Hello, and thank you for taking the time to meet with us today. I'm Ruston Drach, your sales engineer with Intuit, and I'll be leading the live product demo here in a few minutes. A little bit about my background is that I have 15 years of experience helping clients leverage technology to drive business outcomes across a variety of industries. Now, I am thrilled to be a part of a new team at Intuit, working to deliver an AI-driven expert platform to our clients. And our mission is to power your prosperity. I am joined by your fabulous account manager, Sally Sell a Lot, who serves as your primary point of contact at Intuit. And from Rao Construction, we have Nick Rao, president. Our agenda today is straightforward. I will start with a quick recap of your current business state and introduce the why behind Intuit Enterprise Suite, which we call IES for short. This way, everything will be fresh in our minds for the live product demo, which will take up most of our time. And of course, we are excited to answer your questions and would appreciate hearing your feedback throughout the conversation. Finally, I will turn it over to Sally to close us out and discuss what makes sense for next steps. Does this sound okay? Great. Here is a quick recap of what was uncovered in our last meeting as it pertains to your current business state. Rao Construction is a leading Denver-based company with 7 specialized entities covering the entire construction lifecycle. With over 100 employees and nearly 15 million in revenue, you've experienced impressive growth. You're currently utilizing QuickBooks for accounting and payroll across all entities, and you find it's easy to use. But with your growth, managing multiple entities in QuickBooks is becoming increasingly manual and complex. You need more detailed reports, better project management, and a better process for financial planning and analysis. You've started looking for a new solution to streamline operations, reduce manual processes, and gain better visibility. Is this still an accurate capture, or is anything else coming to mind? Great, I appreciate the confirmation. Well, Intuit recognizes that as our clients' businesses grow more complex, our solutions must also evolve to provide the comprehensive scalability needed to support your continued success, going beyond basic bookkeeping. And given that we currently support over 800,000 construction businesses with QuickBooks Online, we hear a lot of similarities in the challenges that come with growing in size and revenue. Typically, these challenges fall into 2 categories: finance and operations. Increasing costs cut into project profitability. There is a need to track project costs across multiple jobs. Payments are often received in phases while expenses are ongoing, making it critical to manage cash flow. And there is a challenge with not having all your data in one place to plan and forecast. Finally, as the company grows, work must be delegated across multiple locations, and with new processes and more people, workflows can often become fragmented and inefficient. And that's why we're thrilled to introduce Intuit Enterprise Suite, a solution built to fuel your growth. With IES, you can leverage real-time data and portfolio visibility to empower faster decisions with an AI-driven expert platform. You can boost productivity by managing your accounting and core business operations in a single solution, benefiting from streamlined workflows and automated processes. And finally, you can grow confidently with our powerful suite designed to ultimately drive a 2x increase in both your revenue and profitability. And to be clear, we're not just throwing out random numbers here. In our recent Forrester study, we measured the return on investment impact of IES, and sample businesses reported significant results, such as 80% more revenue recovered from better reporting and a 75% reduction in the time spent on reporting processes. So just imagine the potential payoff at Rao Construction. And with that, unless you have any immediate questions, I'll head into the live product demo and show how the platform works together to power your business beyond the books. All right. Welcome to your new IES Home Dashboard, where you will immediately notice a familiar and intuitive navigation, much like QuickBooks Online. This will ensure a smooth transition, meaning you can get started quickly and avoid the steep learning curve that is often associated with migrating to new software. From the home dashboard, you have access to real-time, industry-specific report packages and KPI dashboards like the ones you see here. Let's look at how IES brings your entities into a single platform, eliminating the need to manage each company file separately. You're likely familiar with the current cumbersome process where you have to navigate to settings and then click on switch company in order to move back and forth and work in your various company files. So the first new feature I want to highlight is that IES now allows users to toggle between linked accounts from a simple drop-down menu. This will save users hundreds of clicks over time. From the new multi-entity module, you can quickly see consolidated financials or financial KPIs for an individual entity. Here's my consolidated financials. And if I just want to look at one entity, I can populate that right in the dashboard as well. You can also set up intercompany accounts from a single screen via the intercompany account mapping tool. And once you've set up these accounts, you can create intercompany journal entries. Let's open up a journal entry, INT4. In this example, you can see the posted debits and credits tied to multiple companies in a single ledger. You can also add your own intercompany transaction by simply clicking on the Add button and Intercompany Journal Entry. Rather than taking the time to fill this out here, I am going to pull up a recent journal entry and walk through an example use case of an intercompany expense allocation where I have job supplies that need to be allocated across other companies. So here you can see I have $6,000 in job supplies that need to be allocated across both Volt and Bluecraft, my subsidiary entities. In your current state, you would need to create journal entries in 3 separate ledgers. Now, with the new intercompany transaction mode, I can perform all of this in a single ledger and easily visualize the flow of money across my entities. Next, the system is going to perform 2 checks for you. First, it will check that the overall transaction is balanced. And second, it will check that each company's individual debits and credits are balanced. Let's go ahead and offset these for an example. Where my total transaction is balanced, but these amounts are not. And when I go to try and save, I will get a error directing me of what needs to be fixed before I can actually save and continue. And it's important to note that in QuickBooks Online, there is no company column as shown right here. And you would need to create individual entries under each corresponding company file. Navigating back to my multi-entity functionality, let's go to Overview. This is where you can run consolidated reports with eliminations to avoid double counting transactions. And there are two options for running consolidated reports. You can use the spreadsheet sync to work with the data in Excel, or just click on any one of these pre-populated consolidated reports, and it will display real time on your dashboard. Let's open up the profit and loss consolidated report. And we're going to display by company. And here you have your consolidated P&L, companies across the top, eliminations in this far column. And anywhere that you see a light bulb, you can click on that for AI-powered insights, which are exclusive to IES. Pretty cool, right? So how do you see these new features improving your current process? Exactly. In our recent ROI study, other IES customers found that they reduced their time spent on data entry for intercompany transactions by up to 75%. Imagine how these time savings would impact your team's productivity. Further building upon the allocation functionality, we just released another tool this spring that allows for allocations directly from an expense, a bill, or even the bank feed. Let's navigate to expenses. And new transaction, expense. Let's then go ahead and select a vendor from our payee dropdown, and we'll choose ABD. And ABD is going to be providing some consulting work for us. We'll choose the category as consultancy, and she's going to charge us $1,000. Now, let's say I need to allocate this expense across a couple different entities. And so you'll see down here, I have this new allocate feature. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And it's going to take me to the allocation form where I again select allocate. Then I will choose my parent account and another subsidiary account. And you'll see I have the option to either allocate the amounts evenly or adjust the percentage as needed. Once I click Save Allocation down here in the bottom right, IES will post this journal entry automatically for you. Oh, question. With all these capabilities in one place, how can I ensure my team doesn't break the system? Well, that is a perfect segue, actually. Next, I want to show you how to manage your users across multiple entities. Let's navigate back to the settings wheel. Click on Manage Users. And let's look at how IES makes it easier to manage users and assign roles across multiple companies. So you have your roles, and your users. And you can easily add a user to multiple companies. And once I've assigned the companies for my user, I can send an invite. Let's take a look at the assign a role. I want to call out the project management role. This is brand new and exclusive to IES. This will give your project manager full access to all project reports and transactions, but they won't have access to other financial transactions and statements. And just like the other multi-entity functionalities we looked at, the multi-entity user management is also exclusive to IES. With QuickBooks Online, you would have to manage all of your users individually under each company file. So not only will this save you time, but you will be empowering your team to collaborate seamlessly without compromising data integrity or confidentiality. And with more users comes greater complexity to track process adherence. So let's take a look at our audit trail report. Under reports, I'm going to go ahead and search for my audit log. And with the audit log report, you can see who's doing what within the system. And all the activities, as you will see once it loads here, are time-stamped. Now let's hop over to one of our child entities, Keystone Terra, and let's take a look at how IES empowers you with multi-dimensional reporting that will give you an unprecedented level of control and insight. This really is a game-changing feature that will allow you to analyze your data from every angle and uncover hidden risks or opportunities. Allow me to show you. Once again, I will navigate to Settings. And click on Dimensions. Now, you'll probably, wait for it to load there. You will probably recognize classes. As in QuickBooks Online, you have access to a single class with unlimited subvalues. But in IES, you can have up to 20 user-defined dimensions that can be assigned down to the line item of a transaction. Let's click into customer type. As you can see, there are 3 customer types in this dimension: commercial, government, and residential. And each of these has a couple of subvalues listed. If I go to create a new invoice, you will see that you have the ability to assign your user-defined dimensions across each line item. Then if I go back to reports, I can pull a report by dimension. Let's take a look at our dimension report by customer type. Profit and loss by dimension, customer type. With this report, you can see the granular insights that will help you make data-backed decisions, such as identifying your most profitable customer types and optimizing pricing strategies. In this example, I am most profitable down here at the bottom, just under $7 million with my residential clients. And on the flip side, my government clients, they're actually costing me money. I can also use this display option to filter by any other dimension that I have set up, such as concrete. In this example, poured concrete foundations are costing me money. Same with concrete block. And here are the other areas by their profitability. Let's also look at the dimension pivot report, where you can use the pivot feature to visualize your desired data. I will navigate back to reports and search for my dimension pivot report. And here in this example, I am analyzing my 3 different customer types and the types of concrete foundations. With this report, I am able to identify some trends, such as the government, their preference is going to be for poured concrete foundations, whereas residential clients, their preference is going to be for poured concrete as well, but it's fairly evenly tied with concrete block foundations. Armed with this information, I can clearly identify where my growth is coming from and in which areas I should further invest. We also have a chart view if you prefer to visualize the information in a different format. And overall, multi-dimensional reporting streamlines your operations in that it prevents you from needing to create a lengthy and complex chart of accounts. The result is deeper insights and faster time to close, allowing you more time to focus on what's important, and that is growth. And to round out these powerful new reporting features in IES, I will demonstrate how to leverage workflows that automate report delivery. Navigate back to my custom reports, choose any report, and from this action drop-down caret, I can click on Create a Schedule, fill that out, save, and turn on. So now that you have a better understanding of multidimensional reporting, how do you envision using this new tool? What data would you track? And how does this feature address the reporting challenges you're currently facing? Exactly. Okay, well, so far we have seen how IES streamlines multi-entity management and empowers you with multidimensional reporting. So let's dive into the next critical area, which is project management. And in IES, think of a project or a job as a bucket where you collect all of your income and expenses and perform a profitability analysis against that individual project. Let's click into Projects Overview. And here I have real-time visibility into my project progress, time tracking, costs, and this enables you to stay on schedule and within budget by generating profitability insights for each job. Under Manage Settings, I can set my cost rate per employee. I also have access to a variety of workflows. Now let's go to my all project list and let's open up my farmers market lot build project. Under the Project Reports tab, you will see there are 19 project-specific reports to give you a complete picture of your project. With these insights, you can make informed decisions and boost your bottom line. You can also monitor and update your project progress up here at the top. And now, for another IES exclusive, you can seamlessly manage those tedious change orders right within this dashboard by clicking on Add to Project, Change Order. Here's my change order. And once I have that sent, I can go and access my change log. And the change log displays a full list of changes and the financial impact. Navigating back to my project overview, this is one of the biggest wow factors. It's truly revolutionary. IES uses Gen AI to uncover insights as to why you're off track with your profitability goals, and it suggests tasks so that you can get back on track. So in this example, my goal for profit margin is 35%, but I'm tracking at 33.96. So I am at risk to miss my goal. To the right, I have my AI-powered suggestions on how to get back on track. I need to add 3 expenses, add 7 bills, 4 invoices, 3 purchase orders, and 3 time activities. That's quite a bit. And you can assign tasks to team members under the Tasks tab, where I can add a task from a template or from scratch, assign it to a team member, and make sure that that task is covered. All right, so in summary, we have change orders, project progress percentage, tasks, AI insights, and expanded project reports. All of these are exclusively available to you when you upgrade to IES, including that project manager role that I called out earlier. How do you feel about working smarter and powering project profitability with the AI tools in IES? Yeah, with AI embedded right into the platform, you'll have expert advice and insight right when you need it. Okay, now for the heart of your operation, sales. Let's navigate to my all sales area. So IES is going to help you get paid and pay your bills. Your money movement is automated end to end from estimate to invoice and accepting payments. You can set up invoices, recurring payments, payment links, sales receipts, deposits, and automate revenue recognition by project milestone. From the All Sales tab, you can view and edit any transaction that you see listed here. If you want to see which invoices are overdue, you would navigate to the Invoices tab, set your status like it is to overdue, and from here, you can leverage a batch action. Now, in this example, I only have one overdue invoice, but imagine you had multiple. I would select all and then click on Batch Actions, Send Reminder to automatically send reminders to all of those unpaid invoices. All right. This is a powerful way to help you save time and streamline your invoicing process. And now for the fun part. You can easily take an on-the-fly payment by clicking on New, Receive Payment. I can fill out information that will be pre-populated by customer. And here is where I can take my payment on the fly. I can also create a new invoice. And when I click over here to manage, this is where I can manage my payment options, where you can see you have the ability to take payment by credit card, which can be toggled on and off, ACH bank transfer as well. All of these payments can be taken directly within the IES platform. And while paying bills might not be as fun as taking payments, Bill Pay Elite is also included as a core module within IES. Let's go to expenses and then bills. So this bill pay feature will automate your accounts payable processes by allowing you to set up vendors, manage contractors, file 1099s, and schedule payments. Under the Bills tab, where we already are, you can find all of your bills for review. And these are bills that have either been scanned in or sent to your dedicated email address where they will be automatically uploaded into the system. Let's open up a bill to get an idea of what this looks like. Here, I have the ability to change any of the information that was pre-filled for me. Let's look at everything that is unpaid and schedule payments in a single batch by clicking on Unpaid. Again, I have a single unpaid bill here, but imagine you have multiple bills. I can select all, and then I'm going to click on Schedule Payment. You have the ability to combine multiple bills and make a single payment to one vendor. And for payment speed, you get unlimited standard ACH transfers. That's included in IES. You can also choose for faster delivery time for a minimal fee. Standard time for payment is 3 business days, unlimited. Within Bill Pay Elite, you also have bill approval workflows that you can leverage to review and control which bills get approved and posted and which bills get rejected. Next, let's pay your employees through Payroll Elite. This is built right into IES to manage your payroll expenses, liabilities, taxes, and here from the overview is where I would run my payroll. Beyond payroll, IES leverages our best-in-class partnerships to help you set up benefits, workers' comp, and HR. And this helps you create a comprehensive and supportive workplace for your employees. Here is where your employees are listed. Back underneath this HR Advisor tab, I do want to call out, here is where you have access to our partner HR experts from Mineral. These experts can give you personalized advice on a wide array of HR and compliance topics. And the IES Payroll Elite also includes Time Elite, where you can manage time off, time entries, and your team's time as well. Let's open up the schedule and add a new entry. And through the Workforce mobile app, employees can enter time, they can access their paychecks, documents like W-2s, they can update their profile, and this gives your HR department another tool to share critical information like performance reviews. Now, AR, AP, and payroll all impact cash on hand. And real-time cash flow data lives in IES. So let's open up our dashboard for cash flow. Here you can see your current and projected cash balances, test scenarios to plan for large purchases, and ensure you don't overcommit to payroll or bounce a check. I can see cash flow linked by bank transactions or directly from my books. From the Planner tab, I can see all of my transactions, and I can add an item as needed. Next, I want to highlight some of the automation features within IES. Let's navigate to New and click on Batch Transactions. Under Type, I am going to select Invoice, which is already checked, and then I am going to click on Create, which is already selected. Go ahead and start filling this out. The system helps me by pre-populating information. And with batch transactions, you can create a variety of items, your invoices, checks, expenses, bills, bank deposits, and sales receipts, all from bulk in this spreadsheet-like interface. This, as you can probably tell, is much easier than formatting in Excel and uploading to the system. If needed, you can adjust any errors with the bulk reclassify transactions tool. Go back to my settings wheel, where I will open up the reclassify transactions tool. Guess I didn't click on it all the way. And let's open up this first income account here, 4,000 sales. We're going to set my type to invoice. And then I'm going to use the select all checkbox, click reclassify. And this will allow me to reclassify all 27 transaction lines with a few clicks of a button. This is a feature that is only available in IES. Also, you will see that you have the option to reclassify by those reporting dimensions that you set up. All right, moving on, I would like to showcase our robust financial planning tools that are available within IES. This is where you can set KPIs to track your success. Under financial planning, goals. As you know, with QuickBooks Online, you must set and track goals outside of the platform. I can use the suggested goals that are AI generated, or I can create my own goal. But that's not all. IES takes financial planning to the next level with its AI-driven forecasting, which allows you to reduce planning time and focus on outcomes. Let's go to forecasts. Here is where you will see this forecast made for you. And this is another IES exclusive. You can also create your own custom forecast. But let's look at the details about this forecast for the forecast that is made for me. This is just contextualized information to help you understand how the AI generated this forecast. Personally, I recommend using the AI forecast as a starting point and then customizing it with the plans and actions you have in mind, which the AI is not going to know. From this View Detailed Forecast button, I get a spreadsheet-like experience where I can go in and edit the information with Edit Forecast. And lastly, let's say I plan on buying some new trucks later in the year. Go down and find where's my car and truck? Let's see. October, I think I'm going to spend $50,000 on new cars and trucks. Plug that into the forecast. Super easy. Lastly, any forecast can be turned into a budget by clicking on the Make This a Budget button, which is shown down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Let's also take a look at how budgets get a lot more granular in IES with the addition of our dimensions. Back to financial planning, budgets. I'm going to create a budget. And I have the option to click a budget type, profit and loss, balance sheet, brand new project-based budget. I'll point out here, since my mouse happened to land there, anywhere you see a little I, you can hover and get more information. So this new project-based budget allows you to plan your budget around the projects and services included in your project. Let's go ahead and subdivide this budget by our dimensions, customers, and I want to subdivide for all my customers. Pre-fill the data from last year. And that's where I set up a customized budget based on my dimensions. Now let's open up an example budget here. And I'd like to show you the two collaboration tools that are available to you within the budget. So first of all, you can add comments to the budget. Looks like I did not. Click on the right budget. Now that I have the right budget pulled up, the two collaboration tools I'd like to point out. Number one is going to be this commenting functionality where I can enable commenting mode and insert a comment right within the budget. I can also delegate tasks. This little clipboard icon allows me to assign a task to a team member for oversight and follow through. And when you navigate to workflow automation, which we've been here before, and open up your My Workflows, you will see under Templates, View All, that I have over 60 workflow automation templates to easily expedite daily tasks and optimize business processes. I can also add a custom workflow, which here I will show you a budget approval workflow. And here I have a customizable budget approval workflow. So imagine you're preparing for your next business evaluation or board meeting. How can you envision using IES to generate your reporting and projections? Exactly. Remember the call out from my intro slides? IES customers are reporting up to a 75% time saving with reporting processes in IES. And to conclude today's demo, I'd like to call out that IES is built around an elevated customer experience. Users can access partners who will ensure you get the most out of the platform's capabilities. First and foremost, you have your Customer Success Manager or CSM. Your CSM will help you with onboarding and they will answer product questions. And this is an Intuit employee. Their sole job is to ensure your success with IES. They will also sit down with you on a quarterly basis and review our new release notes prior to them going live in the system, so no unexpected changes. You can view your upcoming appointments with your CSM, message your CSM all directly within the platform. And lastly, this Contact Us button gives you access to additional partners who will help ensure you get the most out of the platform's capabilities. All right. So, based on what we've discussed today, I believe IES can truly be a game changer for RAW construction. It becomes your financial command center, giving you complete control and deep insights across all 7 entities. You will save loads of time by consolidating your accounts, automating tasks, and generating the customized reports you need in minutes. And with real-time data at your fingertips, you can confidently make informed decisions to drive efficiency, optimize cash flow, and fuel sustainable growth. So what are your thoughts on everything we've covered? Did the demo resonate with your current needs? Does the potential ROI meet your expectations? Awesome. Well, it sounds like you're ready to unlock your business's full potential with IES. I will go ahead and turn it back over to Sally to close this out with next steps. Thank you.